Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag airs, or a piece of late breaking information the viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the February 17th, 2025 episode of Second Cup. How are you this morning? I hope the weather is very agreeable where you're at. At the time I'm recording this, we are getting a snow and sleet storm, and it is causing a little bit of havoc on some of the highways and byways from what I saw on the morning news. But hopefully it'll just... It'll snow itself out and kind of dissipate a little bit, move out of the area and that sort of thing. But grateful that it's happening on, I'm recording this on Sunday, so I'm grateful that it's happening on Sunday and not the Monday morning that this is being broadcast. Hopefully we won't get any of this Monday morning, but the winter weather advisory lasts until tomorrow. So who knows? Fingers crossed. Anyhow, I hope it's warm and toasty where you are, and I hope you're enjoying a wonderful hot cup of coffee with me this morning. Once again, we're using the George 30 degrees coffee mug. George holding up a razor there on one side, and on the other side of the mug it says 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And again, these are available at the George Toon Shaving storefront, and we'll have a link below where you can check this one out as well as some of the other coffee mug designs. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm just really, really delighted with the way they came out. And we also had some great photos this morning from viewers who have received their mugs. And boy, they look great. They just really, really look great. So my thanks again to Abane Samant, Matt Panter, and Michael Parit for sending along those photos and sharing them with all the viewers this morning. And I am also enjoying some white Christmas coffee from Copper Moon, courtesy of Bill and Connie Murphy. Bill, Connie, thank you again very, very much. And it seems that it's fitting to use a coffee called White Christmas with all the snow and ice that's falling right now. So it looks like a snowy white Christmas out there right now, as a matter of fact. And again, I'm hoping that it just moves through the area and snows itself out so that by the time the morning commute that you're having right now this morning when this airs is agreeable and smooth and a delight. And it's also President's Day, so if you have the day off this morning, thanks so much for tuning in and sharing some of that spare time off with us here on the Second Cup podcast. Really, really do appreciate that. Hang on 1 minute. I'm going to get a sip. 1 minute. Yeah, that is fantastic. One more. Wow. That is really, really good. I've got it. Wait a minute. You know what? I don't have the box here. I see it over there on the counter. Let me get it. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, Copper Moon White Christmas. It's a medium roast. Perfect melody of coconut, hazelnut, and caramel flavor in this premium coffee blend. Boy, this is terrific. This is a good one. Again, thanks to Bill and Connie Murphy for sending this one along to the channel. Really am enjoying it. And again, it's perfect given the environmental conditions outside at the time I'm recording this. Well, speaking of environmental conditions, I don't know if you noticed it. I don't know where the videos are on the channel. I've done some videos, and there might be one or two that have yet to air or have aired. I'm not entirely sure, but I got a little bit of irritation on the top of my head, and I'm trying to figure out how that happened. And I'm offering this, and I'm posing this to all the head shavers out there. Maybe you can help me out, because I happened to notice it a few days ago, and I thought, what the heck is that? And it seemed to come out of nowhere. And I seem to recall probably a year or two ago, I had a similar kind of condition on my, it was my right side of my forehead. And it was a little bit red and a little bit, well, for lack of a better word, inflamed. And a viewer said, you might probably have a little bit of eczema there, or an eczema-like condition there. From the combination of the winter weather or some of the balms you're using, that sort of thing. Something's triggered that. And they said, use a little bit of hydrocortisone cream and you should be okay. And that's what I did. I got some hydrocortisone cream and, over-the-counter stuff. And it seemed just to kind of knock it out, and it was okay after that. So I seem to have this flare-up on the top of my head, and I don't know what has caused it. Is it the menthol in some of the balms that I'm using? Is it walking around outside without a hat? I've been doing that lately. Has that been drying out my skin, and that's been triggering a little bit? Perhaps I haven't been using enough of a balm. Again, maybe I'm using a little too much mentholated balms on top there. Maybe that's been doing it. Maybe it's a little bit of the alcohol from the witch hazel. Maybe that's triggering it when I throw that on top of my head, or maybe some of the alcohol-based aftershave splashes. I don't know. It seems to me that it happened, last time it happened, I believe, during the winter months. And here we are in the winter months again. As best as I can recall, I believe it was the winter months. And here we are in the winter months again, and I've got a similar condition. So I had a shave yesterday, and it was wonderful. As a matter of fact, I have to edit that video. And that video was the 316 razor that Matt Panter very, very kindly and generously sent along to the channel. Boy, is that a great razor, especially with that anodized aluminum handle, with the stainless steel accents, the stainless steel neck, and the stainless steel bottom knob. Boy, that is marvelous. You pair that up with the stainless steel cap and base plate. Wow, that is a fantastic razor. I am really loving that razor. Anyhow, I did a review of it, and I shot the video, and I finished up with a mentholated aftershave balm, a Star Jelly, and everything looked great. I thought, wow, that's really, really good. And then a little while later, I decided, I'm going to apply a little more balm. And then, probably about the time when the evening rolled around, I'm looking at the top of my head and wow, look at that. That doesn't look too good at all. And I'm thinking maybe it's the menthol in the balm that is triggering it, brought about due to the colder weather that we're having. That's my guess. But anyhow, I'm posing that, I'm asking that of other fellow head shavers out there. Have you ever had this happen to you? And if you have, what has been your treatment, your solution to it? And I'm once again going back to a hydrocortisone cream, because when I shot the video yesterday, everything seemed to have cleared up very, very nicely. And I thought, wow, this is really good. We'll go back to moisturizing with the balm. And then again, there was this little bit of a flare up. So I'm thinking maybe the mentholated balms, maybe that menthol is doing something in there. Maybe the witch hazel, I don't know. Maybe the alcohol. Trying to kind of figure out which of these things may have triggered it. And again, I think it's just due to the cold winter weather. So I have to find, I guess, maybe a balm that is fragrance-free, menthol-free, that sort of thing, for the remainder of the winter season, and then I can go back to it as the temperatures warm up again. That's my thinking. Again, once more, let me ask all the head shavers out there, have you ever had this happen to you? And if you have, how have you dealt with it? So please comment below and let us know. Well, hey, great to be with you this morning. Thanks so much for your patience as I kind of shared that with you, because it does involve shaving and it does involve head shaving and some of the products that we use. And if you've ever experienced anything like this after a face shave, please comment below and let us know how you dealt with it. So again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Great to be with you. Let's pay a few bills and we'll get the show underway. Well, this past Saturday, February 15th, 2025, at Phoenix Shaving, it was John From Day. Now, I just received the email on the 15th, and this was a one-day only event. However, it sounds like they're going to do it every year on February 15th to celebrate their shave soap and scent, John From. Here's what they have to say here. Shave cadets, fragrance aficionados, and lovers of the truly unique, we have a special announcement. This year, for the first time ever, Phoenix Shaving is officially celebrating John From Day. In our defense, the scent was created in 2019, and the day of recognition came in 2020, but from here on in, it's on. After many years of offering our legendary John From fragrance, we decided it was time to take things to the next level. Inspired by the annual celebration held on the island of Tanna, we're honoring John From in the most Phoenix Shaving way possible with exclusive one-day only releases. And the credit for this brilliant idea? None other than Brian D. Foley, the Phoenix Shaving archivist. To show our appreciation for both John From and Brian, we've created a couple of ultra-limited shaving products. And those products were available on their website on Saturday, February 15th. We'll link to the website there. They might still be available. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. But there was a commemorative John From scented cube and 50 limited edition Brian From holographic label shave soaps. And lastly, their legendary scent menu mashup Praise ESP, one day only. Anyhow, they say here, this one day only tradition is the beginning of something truly special at Phoenix Shaving, and it starts today. Join us. So look forward to that every February 15th going forward. That's my guess. And again, I didn't find out about this until Saturday, February 15th, with this email flyer. Here's some background information on the legend of John From and the birth of the cargo cult. Every year on February 15th, the villages of Sulphur Bay and Lamakara on Tanna Island, Vanuatu, celebrate John From Day. The ritual involves a symbolic military drill. Locals paint USA on their chests, construct World War II airplanes from grass, and build makeshift landing strips in anticipation of John From's return, bearing gifts of cargo from the skies. The origins of the John From cargo cult trace back to World War II, when American troops arrived in the South Pacific, bringing goods and technology previously unseen by the islanders. After the war, when the soldiers left, the belief persisted that John From, a godlike figure, possibly a misunderstood U.S. serviceman, would return with an abundance of cargo. To this day, the celebration continues, fueled by faith, imagination, tradition, and the promise of his one-day return with the goods. And now, Shave Cadets, we carry this tradition forward in scent form. Every budding religion or cult has a fragrance. No, John From, a game-changing musk. Now, if you have never used John From before, you've got to use this. I absolutely love this scent, and it gets noticed, and in a good way, too. Here's what they have to say about it. John From is musk reimagined, bold, bright, and accessible even to those who don't typically gravitate towards musk scents. It's a carefully curated composition that balances classic masculinity with an adventurous global twist, perfect for this coming spring season. Here are the scent notes: Sicilian cedrat, cava cava, vegan ambergris, white musk and animalic musk, black pepper, sea salt, and Royal Hawaiian sandalwood. My gosh, it sounds wonderful. John Frum isn't just a scent. It's a pseudo-religious experience, a sensory journey through obscure World War II history, legend, and the lesser-known, intoxicating mysteries of the South Pacific. Yeah. You can also get up there and read about the Kava Kava experiment. Well, here, I'll share it with you right now, just in case their pages have changed around. The Kava Kava experiment. Let's go back up to what Kava Kava is. Kava Kava is a rare ingredient with green, earthy, vetiver-like aroma, possibly its first ever use in perfumery. That's what they have in John Frum here. But let's go ahead and read about this Kava Kava experiment. The Kava Kava experiment, a near coma for the sake of scent. At Phoenix Shaving, we take our craft seriously, so seriously, in fact, that Douglas nearly killed himself in pursuit of the perfect John Frum blend. In an effort to authentically capture the spirit of Tana, Douglas brewed a ceremonial batch of Kava Kava, the traditional Pacific Island drink known for its numbing, euphoric effects. However, unaware that he had prepared enough for 5 to 8 grown men, he drank the entire bowl himself. The result? Numb mouth, numb mind, perma-smile, total body melt. And in a semi-conscious state, the unintended shaman of scent envisioned the final bass notes for the John Frum fragrance profile, a true divine inspiration from the cargo cult god himself, or it was just a drug. For the record, we do not recommend trying this at home. Hashtag just say no. Hashtag don't be dumb. So there you go. Some great background information, humorous background information, and a little bit of history on John Frum, offered by Phoenix Shaving. Again, it's a marvelous scent. Anytime I shave with John Frum and wear it, the aftershave cologne, that sort of thing, the star jelly, it gets noticed. It's not overpowering. It's not going to go into the room before you do. But when people get close to you, they notice it. And they ask you, what is that marvelous scent you're wearing? No kidding. It's a good one. So check it out from Phoenix Shaving, John Frum, and mark your calendar every February 15th. From here on out, as I understand it, it's going to be John Frum Day at Phoenix Shaving. We'll have links below. Well, Bull Goose Shaving has had a President's Day going on since the start of this past weekend. On the 15th, the 16th, and here we are at President's Day, and I'm assuming that the sale carries over into President's Day. That's my assumption. You can save 15% store-wide when you use the coupon code PRES15, PRES15. That's capital P, capital R, capital E, capital S, followed by the numbers 15, PRES15. And as they write here, celebrate President's Day and save 15% store-wide this weekend when you use coupon code PRES15 at checkout. If you have been wanting to try a new razor or brush, or if you want to stock up on shaving software, now is the time. Please note that the coupon cannot be used for Titleist razors, Rocknail razors, or Boaless soap, profits, or refills. The coupon must be used at checkout, and it cannot be applied retroactively. So that's the sale that's going on at Bull Goose Shaving right now, President's Day sale. It started this past weekend, and I'm assuming it is ongoing today, since today is President's Day. They don't have any kind of indication here as to when it's going to end. I'm assuming midnight tonight. I could be wrong. But get over to Bull Goose Shaving and check it out. You can save 15% store-wide. Just use the coupon code PRES15, PRES15. That's from Bull Goose Shaving, their President's Day sale going on right now, because today is President's Day. We'll have a link below. Well, we've got another President's Day sale going on right now over at West Coast Shaving. as they write here in their email alert, upgrade your morning ritual. Shave brushes now 20% off. A sale worth campaigning for. A presidential deal, 20% off just for you. For the people, buy the discounts. Promo code KL9NB. That's capital K, capital L, the number 9, capital N like nice, capital B like boy. This promotion is valid until 2/17/2025, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When you head over to their page, it's the President's Day sale. Refine your routine, refresh your savings. President's Day sale. Shop now and save 20% on premium shave essentials. Use the code KL9NB at checkout to elevate your shave. And they got some nice items here. They got some razors, they got some brushes, they've got some other, what else they have here? Oh, they've got some shave. This is a Crown Shaving Company Structure Styling Paste. I've never heard of that. I'm thinking that is for hair care. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's beard care. They've got some straight razors. They got some Parasso. They've got some signature soaps. Ariana and Evans, Vanilla Vendetta in their Ultima shaving soap base. They've got some really, really nice items up there. So we'll link to the page where you can check out all the items available at West Coast Shavings President's Day Sale. You'll save 20% on premium shave essentials. Just use the code KL9NB at checkout. Now, before I forget, I want to give you another update on Blackland Razor's new rectangle razor. We mentioned that at the last minute in this morning's Monday morning mailbag. Well, viewer Rod Putman sent along this reminder. Mark, Blackland's Batch 2 rectangle razor launched on Saturday, February 15th. There are only 90 pieces made. $95, nickel-plated aluminum. Here is the purchase link, and there is also a link for the video on this page. Talk about unique. Happy 3MB, Rod Putman. Rod, thank you very, very much for the link and for the information. And thanks again for mentioning the price and the material, because I don't think we covered that in this morning's Monday morning mailbag. So thank you for that very, very much. Again, folks, a really unique looking razor, brand new from Blackland Razors, their rectangle razor. And as Rod says here, it's $95. It's nickel-plated aluminum. Only 90 pieces were made. So if you want one, get up there and get one as soon as you can. We'll have that link below as provided by Rod. Rod, thank you again very, very much. Jonathan People sent this along, and if you recall, and if you saw the Monday morning mailbag this morning, he sent along this wonderful sample of Martin DeCondre Agrum's shave soap. It has a beautiful, beautiful lemongrass scent with some other great citrus notes in there. Grapefruit, lemon, bergamot. Really, really terrific. Hang on. Oh, that's marvelous. I'm really looking forward to shaving with this one. And of course, Martin DeCondre, a very, very luxurious and pricey shave soap, no doubt about it. So my sincere thanks to Jonathan for sending this sample along to the channel. Now, here's what he wrote. Mark, I just wanted to add something to your show. When I ordered my knot, I ordered several shaving soap samples. One of these was the one I sent you. If you have time, please encourage the shavers to not make the mistake I have made over the last several years. That mistake is getting in a rut with my shaving soap. This time, I ordered several different makers and scents and have been very surprised at how many of them I really like. We need to make ourselves try new things. Love the show. Thanks again, Jonathan Peoples. Jonathan, that's an absolutely wonderful point. A little bit of variety in the shave den. I know we have our favorite artisan soap makers and our favorite artisan razor makers, brush makers, that sort of thing. But every once in a while, it's a good idea to take a step back, look around, and see what else is out there. And an excellent, excellent point. So thanks again for passing that along, Jonathan. We're going to put a note here on the system to remind ourselves to share this again in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag because it's an absolutely excellent point. So thanks again, Jonathan, for not only the sample, but also for this excellent, excellent point regarding using shaving soaps, brushes, etc. in our shave den. Take a step back, look around, and see what else is out there. Absolutely. Thanks again, Jonathan. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning I also wanted to mention another new razor that we have in the shave den. The review runs this Wednesday, and it's from the folks at Yankee. And a big thank you goes out to viewer Jamie Horn. And Jamie very thoughtfully contacted the folks at Yankee, one of the representatives there named Grace Chen. He contacted Grace and said, hey, Mark Zarate has this YouTube channel, and you might be interested in talking to Mark and perhaps having him review some of your shave gear. Grace and I connected with a big thank you again to Jamie Horn, and they very kindly sent a few items to the channel for review. Now, the first item that we are reviewing is the Yankee Ultima stainless steel adjustable razor. My gosh, is this a beautiful razor. I'm holding it in my hand right now. It has a lot of nice heft to it. It adjusts from 1 to 6, and it really did deliver a very, very smooth, close, and comfortable shave. I will not use this razor above level 3, though, because when you look at the blade gap, getting up there to 4, 5, and 6, it really opens up. So if you have a beard that is very demanding, you might want to look at this razor because it could very, very, very well be an answer to the very demanding beard that you might have. But as long as I keep this razor at 3 and under, like most adjustable razors in this category, it delivers a very, very smooth, close, and efficient shave for me. I would say at about 2.5 or 2 for my daily shaves, and anything with a little more beard growth, say 2 to 3 days worth of beard growth, I can turn it up to 3. Anything more than that might be a little too much for me. However, I'm looking forward to using this at, say, a level 4 with a good deal of beard growth, say maybe 4 days worth of beard growth, something like that, 3 to 4 days worth of beard growth, just to give it a try, because it was really a smooth performer. Now, it is a 2-piece razor. The bottom knob loosens up. I don't know if you can hear that. Hear that right there? The bottom knob loosens up, and the cap with the long threaded stud comes right out. The base plate is still attached to the handle. And during the review, you'll see this. I slipped up a little bit, and the body, the handle, seemed to loosen up from the neck where the adjustment collar was. And I think this is something that is by design with these razors. If you go up to AliExpress and you look at any of the adjustable razors by Yankee, you'll see that they are disassembled in the photographs. And I think they do this for purposes of allowing the shaver, the individual user, to open it up and clean out the interior. That's my guess. Whereas some of the other adjustable razors, for instance, the Pearl Shaving Flexi Razor, the body of the handle they use some sort of a Loctite glue, and they lock it in place. And if you open that up, if you bust that thread, so to speak, then putting it back together is, you have to re-glue it, is what I'm saying. So they have some sort of adhesive there on those pearl shaving flexi razors, from what I understand. But with the Yaki, it seems like this is by design and built in. You just snug everything up, and everything stays nice and secure. Now, why it loosened up on me, I'm not entirely sure, but no matter, I was able to loosen it up and then kind of realign everything, and it looks like I'm looking at the number one setting right here, and that little dot on the adjustment collar is just below 1, maybe a little bit to the left as you adjust the collar to the left. But it adjusts, so 1 is, it's at its lowest setting there. And so it's almost very, very nearly aligned. So I might have to tweak that just a little more, but I might leave well enough alone, because regardless, it still adjusts beautifully all the way up to 6, maybe just a little bit beyond 6. So you get a little bit more there because of the way it sits on 1. So it is still adjusting from 1 to 6 very, very nicely. And it has a very, very smooth action. It's very, very secure. Everything was very solid during the shave. Nothing loosened up other than that one mishap with the handle. But the actual razor head stayed very, very secure. It did not loosen it up at all during the shave. So it has a nice traditional knurling. They also have another razor that has a different kind of a handle design, a little bit of a open, loose, kind of a barber shop style, barber pole style kind of a knurling or design on the handle. But it's very, very nice, and we'll be talking about this on an upcoming Monday morning mailbag, but I want to let you know and give you a heads up that the review for this razor runs this Wednesday, and I just want to thank Grace Chen and everyone at Yaki again for sending this razor along with some other items that we're going to be talking about on upcoming Monday morning mailbags, to show you what is available from the folks at Yaki, where you can buy these on AliExpress. Really, really a beautiful, beautiful polished stainless steel razor. I believe it's CNC machined, and it is very, very precisely made. Really, really a beautiful, beautiful razor. So again, a big, big thank you to Jamie Horn for very thoughtfully contacting the folks at Yaki and giving them a heads up about the channel and the Monday morning mailbag. That was very, very nice of you, Jamie. Thank you again very, very much. Because of your efforts, the folks at Yaki contacted me, and we were able to communicate, and they very kindly sent along this razor and some other items that we'll be talking about on future shows. So Jamie Horn, thank you again very, very much. A big thank you to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaki. We'll have a link below to this razor, the Ultima stainless steel adjustable razor from Yaki. And we'll have the review on Wednesday, and we'll be talking about this razor again on an upcoming Monday morning mailbag, as well as some other items that they sent here to the Shave Den. So thanks again to Jamie. Thanks again to Grace. Thanks again to the folks at Yaki. We'll have links below. Well, before I get out of here, I'm going to recommend a movie to you. I don't know if I've ever recommended this one before, but it's a favorite. And it'll be a welcome respite from the winter weather that might be outside your window, because it takes place on a beautiful spring summery day in Chicago. It's called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's from 1986. It's an American teen comedy film written, co-produced, and directed by John Hughes. He's the talented gentleman that brought us Home Alone. The film stars Matthew Broderick, Mia Sara, and Alan Ruck, with supporting roles from Jennifer Grey, Jeffrey Jones, Edie McClurg, and Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's got a little bit of a role in this one as well. From Amazon's product page, they write, Ferris Bueller is a popular high school student living in an affluent Chicago suburb. After convincing his parents that he is truly sick, Ferris calls on his friend Cameron to join him for a day of hooky from school. Cameron agrees reluctantly because it means taking his father's prized classic 1961 red Ferrari 250 GT convertible. They pick up Ferris's girlfriend, head for adventure in downtown Chicago, all the while trying to outsmart and outrun the dean of students, who has become wise to Ferris's plan. Yeah, that's in a nutshell. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's a terrific feel-good movie from 1986. It's absolutely wonderful. I believe it's rated PG, might be PG-13. I'm not entirely sure. Let me take a look here so that we're straight about that. PG-13. All right, so a little bit of language here and there, but it really is a fun, terrific movie. I really enjoyed it the first time around, and it's one of those movies that if you just want to feel good, pop that one in and give it a look. And it's also one of those movies, if you're channel surfing and you land on it, you end up watching it because it has so many memorable moments and scenes throughout the movie. And I also like how the character of Ferris Bueller breaks that fourth plane and actually looks at the audience and talks to the audience. Now, here's a heads up and a tip. Not a spoiler, but watch the entire credits. Make sure you watch this movie from beginning to the absolute end of the movie. Watch that. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure you watch the entire movie to the absolute end, right when you see that logo at the end of the movie, so that you know the movie is completely over and done with. I'm telling you, it's an absolute delight. So the ending is a delight. The entire movie is a delight. No spoilers here. Just make sure you watch all of the end credits. Absolutely. All right, so there it is from 1986. A really, really terrific movie that'll brighten your winter day. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, starring Matthew Broderick, Mia Sara, Alan Ruck, Jennifer Grey, Jeffrey Jones, Edie McClurg, and Charlie Sheen. Give it a look. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show, and I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.